Hi, my name is Haley, and I chose to do my speech on hemophilia. The title of it is Living with Hemophiliac. It's to inform people about hemophilia. So I'm going to go ahead and start with explaining why I chose this topic and what exactly hemophilia is. I have a little brother. His name is Navin. He is 12 years old, and he's extreme hemophiliac. Found out that he had it when he was about, I want to say, a year and a half old. We noticed something wasn't right. He would bruise really easily, and my mom kept taking him to the doctor, and, she already had 3 kids prior to this one. And he was bruising really badly, and we're like, oh no, it's because he's learning to walk and crawl, and he just falls and hits himself on a toy or something. Well, eventually they started doing some blood work, because, they started listening to my mom and realized something wasn't right. And we found out he was an extreme hemophiliac. Imagine living with this disorder every day of your life, not being able to play sports or do a lot of things that kids get to do on a normal basis, or daily basis, I should say. I chose this topic because a lot of people have never heard of hemophilia, and I feel like they should be informed on it. Especially, you never know if you have one living in your neighborhood, or if your kids go to school with one, or if you go to school with one. It's, good to know these things. So having a little brother with this disease, I do have a lot of knowledge on it, so I figured it would probably be the best one to do, or my topic to choose. So, hemophilia is a bleeding disorder. It's a bleeding disorder caused by the X chromosome. It mainly occurs in boys. Women are the carriers, but women can have hemophiliac. But only 1% of the world's population, women have hemophilia. It's where your body does not clot normally like we do. For example, if I get a paper cut, it might bleed for a second and then it heals and scabs over. Well, when you have hemophilia, that doesn't happen. Paper cut can be a pretty serious bleed, actually, believe it or not. It could take a day or two for them to heal and to start scabbing. So, when you're a carrier, your sons have a 50-50 chance of having hemophilia. And luckily, I'm not a carrier, but my sister and, of course, my mother is. And so my sister's boys all have the 50-50 chance of having it. This disease is very deadly because even a small bump to the head could be fatal. They don't even actually have to hurt themselves. They can have what we would call a brain bleed because their body does not produce that natural blood clotting factor, I should say. They can have just random bleeds. Where was I? So, they have medicine called factor 8 that a hemophiliac will get. When hemophiliacs are younger, they get a what you would call a port. It's a tiny little, almost looks like a spaceship is what me and my mom and all of us say. And there is a tube that leads up to their heart, and they get their factor 8 through that port, and it puts in their blood system, and it's supposed to help them clot. My brother, being an extreme hemophiliac, he has to get his medicine 3 times a week because his medicine only lasts about maybe 24 hours, but normally it's supposed to last about 3 days. So, factor 8 is a medicine we give them to help them clot since their body cannot produce factor 8 themselves. It helps prevent any trauma that may occur with random bleeds as well. So now that we have a little understanding of what hemophilia is and what the medicine is that they take to help them, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about activities that they cannot do because it could be dangerous. So there are a lot of daily activities that a hemophiliac cannot participate, and because of the chances of being injured are too high. Let's focus on sports. There are really only about 2 sports that they can play, which is swim and golf. I know golf might sound a little dangerous because they're, hitting balls out in an open field, but the ball is supposed to go away from you, so it's one of the sports they can play. You would just want to make sure that they get their factor 8 just in case there was a accident, somebody got hit, or a golf club flew out of someone's hand. and swim there in the water. There's really no way to possibly hurt yourself by swimming. Where was I? This darn computer. Football would be, of course, a big no. It's a very hands-on physical sport, which is probably the hardest thing because my brother is a complete, fan of football. He could sit there and talk to you about football for hours. They do have a cure for hemophilia, but the sad part is it's not yet perfected. It's called a gene replacement, but you can only have a gene replacement one time in your life. And right now, the cure is only lasting maybe about 3 months, and because you can only have that replacement one time in your life, they have to wait till they get it perfected, or it would just be a big waste. So we're hoping that by the time my brother is maybe 18 or so, they're going to have it perfected, and fingers crossed he can get, a gene replacement so he can start doing those daily activities, like just going surfing or wakeboarding or, tubing on a boat or, skateboarding, anything. So now that you guys have a much better understanding of what hemophilia is, you understand the daily activities they cannot play and why. You understand the factor AM medicine that they must receive to help them clot, and about a cure that we're hoping will eventually be the cure for hemophilia. I hope you enjoyed my speech. Sorry, the lighting's a little dark. But thank you guys.